Hi and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Shinhan Designer's Gouache. I've been super excited to try them out. I got this a couple of weeks ago, but since I was out of the studio, I could not do a review and I cannot wait to start painting with them. So this set that I've got over here is for 12 colors. I will leave the link of the place that I bought it from below. It costed me, I think, around 3,500 between that and I'm telling between that because in different places it is priced slightly differently. It is anywhere between 3,000 to 3,500 in India, and depending on the website that you're buying from, you can also put in some coupons and you can see if you can get it for a slightly lesser price. So I love how this has been designed, and it says that it is a blend of finest colors and is for the discerning artist. So there are no other details at the back, and I think this is, so this is made in Korea. So this is the first product that I think that I'm using, which is from Korea in terms of their art supply. So let's test it out and see how these colors are. There's a hard box to open, and here is how they look inside. So it's a set of beautiful 12 colors, and these are all for 15 ml each. And inside the box, we have some details in terms of what the color names are. So this is a very smart way of packaging, because then you know what are the different colors available if you want to like buy individually or you want to buy some other packs. So there are multiple packs. In fact, this is a 12 set one. There is also 24 set, which is there in series A, series B. There's also 48. So when I wanted to buy, I wanted to get the 24 set one, but it was not available in India at any store that I was trying. So I decided to get the 12 one to start off with and see how this is. All right, so here are the colors that we have. Let me pick out one. The packaging is very good. So individually you have some gaps over here, and I'm hoping that the tubes are not as bad as most of the other ones that I've used. So hopefully these stay well. So it tells you what the color code is. It also gives you the details of the light fastness. So this is very important. So if you have like an entire filled box like this, it means that it's pretty light fast. And if you're going to make a painting out of this, and if there is going to be any sun exposure, it is not going to get lightened too easily. So that is very nice about it. It tells you the name of your color. This is carmine and 15 ml, and other details about it at the back. So we have carmine, we have the scarlet red, we have the permanent yellow orange, the permanent yellow, permanent green light, viridian, turquoise blue, ultramarine light, violet, burnt sienna, ivory black, and permanent white. So I'm going to test this out, and we're going to make some swatches out of this and see if it is worth the hype and if it is fun to make some painting with this. Alright, it's time to try out our colors. I am picking out my first color, which is the crimson. I'm going to put a little bit of it on to my palette. So the first impression, in fact, as soon as I get the color out of the tube, is that it's pretty thick. It's really good, like it's a good thick amount, which I don't think I have seen in most of the other medium range ones that I have got. So since this is a professional and designer one, I'm guessing that this is going to be pretty amazing. So I'm also going to write down their names. So probably that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to like write down all of their names, and then I will catch you for making the individual swatches. Alright, so I've got all the names of my colors. So the first one was not crimson, it was carmine. So I'm going to try out the first color, which is this. And the creaminess is so beautiful. I think the color looks amazing. I'm going to just use a little bit of water also to see how it looks when it's a little lighter. I think it's very nice. It's a beautiful color. once it dries, we will get a better idea whether it becomes lighter or darker, because I've seen that with some of the gouache, it does tend to become a little lighter when it dries or darker when it, like light colors become darker, dark colors become lighter. So let's see how it is. This next one is the Scarlet Red, and to me it looks like a little orangish. So this is why it's very important to do swatches, because you don't really know how your colors are going to be. Like this is very much like an orange for me. I really love the consistency of the color. So even if I put a lot of water, I like how beautifully the colors are coming out. So far I have used quite a bit of different brands in gouache. And my favorite has always been Winsor & Newton, Designer's Gouache. And I think after that, this is something that I have really liked, with just these two colors, because sometimes when you're using gouache, you can tell whether the colors are good or they are bad with the first few tries itself, if you're someone who's been using gouache for a long time. So the next color that I'm trying is the Permanent Yellow Orange. It's very interesting that they've got two yellows over here. So the Permanent Yellow Orange and also the regular Permanent Yellow. And this is one of my favorite colors because it reminds me of mango. And I love mango. The colors are, the vibrancy is very strong. The pigment is also extremely strong. I'm not requiring a lot of color, which is a very good sign, especially in gouache. Otherwise you end up using a lot of color, and that happens when it is not a designer's gouache. So I think this tube is going to last me a really long time. Like if you see, I've used so little. Even this is, I think, a lot. With just a little dot of water, the pigment is pretty strong. In fact, since gouache has the property of, you can always revive it by adding a little bit of water, you don't have to wash your palette off. You can keep your colors as it is intact, and then you can, whenever you want to go back to it, you can activate it again. Of course, the best results are always directly from the tube. So unless you have like an airtight palette, which you're sure is going to be airtight, because not all of them remain airtight for a very long time. So unless you're sure of that, you can like wash it off otherwise. I love the colors. So this is a 300 GSM watercolor sheet that I'm using. This sketchbook has that. Of course, the sketchbook is not the best. It does not allow me to do a lot of layering, but it's very good for creating like a swatch book. So that's what I'm going to do with this. All the paints that I have, I'm going to create swatches of all of the paint colors here with me. So whenever I'm doing a painting, I can just go back to the book and choose my colors from there accordingly. So far the colors are so vibrant and happy. Going to Viridian. I'm not a big fan of this color, but I noticed that in this brand, the Viridian is a little different from the normal Viridian that I see with the Indian colors. And I like this version a little more. So why am I doing a lighter shade like this? Because I want to understand the capacity of the paints. Can it go lighter? We are definitely going to be using more of the opaque nature of gouache, because that's what it is for. But there's no harm in exploring different styles. In fact, I would highly recommend you to explore different ways of using the same art supply, because that's where the fun of it lies. So next I have got is the turquoise blue. And there's no regular or a cobalt blue. So I'm kind of happy about that also. Let's make it thicker. Because I do have those colors with my other sets. So I don't have a turquoise blue. And it's such a beautiful color. Looks very nice. This is what is interesting for me when you try paints of different brands which are made in different countries, because I think they make those colors according to the landscape over there and what they see around them. So it's very interesting for me as an artist to imagine what that place would be like. I haven't been there, but I know that it's going to become like, just seeing the colors, it's just so vibrant. So maybe this is the choice of colors that they like and the kind of things that they paint with. So let's also try to make a lighter version. Amazing. Ultramarine light it's very dark. It's not very light, but I love the vibrancy of that. So we're going to now try out the violet. Again, this is a color which is not a very common color in a 12 color set that you would see. I'm very happy with how this is. So this is not so thick, I have noticed, even though I've got like a pretty I have added very less water, but still, like the way these colors are, I think for the price that you're paying, they are amazing. And it's the closest to Winsor & Newton that I am seeing. In fact, I think I should also do like a side-by-side review of both of these. Maybe make the same painting with using both of these colors, Winsor & Newton and Shinhan, and try and see which one's better. So why I also keep saying Winsor & Newton is because it's a little heavier on the pocket as compared to these paints. So if you want, you could always try these out first and then think about getting that one if that's something that's been keeping you away from buying expensive paints. With gouache, I think it makes sense actually to buy expensive paints because designer paints like these and like Winsor & Newton is really going to last you so much longer. So if you do the math, and if you're someone who's going to be using it quite a lot, then it definitely makes sense for you to buy the designer paints. In some mediums, you have to, I think, get the higher version. I love the ivory black. It's so pretty. It's very dark. I'm going to try out the last color, which is the permanent white. In general, if you notice white in any brand, it would be pretty thick. It will not be like the rest of the colors. In fact, most of the colors will also be very different from each other. Not all of them will have the same consistency as the other. So you can't really see anything through, but it's got a nice effect. I think there's a small area that you can see. But anyway, so this is how the colors are. I love them. I think it is really, really good buy. And so here are what the colors look like. If I have to show you a close-up, I think it is brilliant. It is very, very nice. I love these colors. I am definitely going to be using them for creating a lot of paintings. And if you're somebody who's been on the edge thinking about what kind of gouache you should get, then this is a very good value set that you can try out. I'm not sure if these tubes are available individually. If they are, then you can just start off with the primary colors and maybe a black and a white to add along with it. And then you can mix your own colors and make a lot of beautiful things and then decide if you want to invest in more colors. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I will come up with lots and lots of more videos like this of art supplies, reviews, and also a lot of tutorials of how to draw, how to make cartoons, and how to make a lot of fun paintings. So if you're new over here, do subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and share this video. I'll see you soon for the next one. Bye bye.